What's going on, guys? This is Joe. I am back once again to draft Ixalan, as you can obviously tell. We open a not-so-good pack, at least in terms of rares and uncommons. I'm not a huge fan of Heartless Pillage. I'm not super confident that we get there with Explorer for Lurking Chupacabra, and I don't want to do Sunbird's Invocation. That being said, Rallying Roar is good, Deadeye Tormentor's fine. Direfleet Hoarder is like a later pick for me usually. Same with Shaper Apprentice, seeing what we get. Grazing Whiptail's fine as the only green card, or sorry, one of the only green cards in the pack, but Queen's Commission and Rallying Roar are what stand out to me here. I don't think Queen's Commission is going to be a high pick for anybody else, like over some of these other ones. So I'm going to take Rallying Roar here and hope that it doesn't push somebody else into white with this Queen's Commission. Okay, there's an Air Elemental. I like Air Elemental quite a bit. Somebody took a foil or a common out of this pack, because there's Vance's Blasting Cannons as the rare and 3 uncommons still in here. So, yeah, I'm okay with white. I'm okay with blue. I'm okay with white-blue. Let's see if we keep both of these as our colors, if we deviate, but Air Elemental is a great card and a good signal that the person passing to us did not want to be in blue, although, again, we don't know what they opened or what they took, but still. Deeproot Champion is okay. Rigging Runner is also just okay. And then an Unclaimed Territory as well. Tishana's Wayfinder is great. Siren Lookout's good. That's an interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about Deeproot Champion. It's a 2-drop, which is very important in this format, but so is Deeproot Warrior. I guess I'll take Deeproot Champion. It's our 3rd color, which is upsetting, but blue-green wants to be Merfolk. It wants to be +1/+1 counters. So we'll see. Maybe we move away. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we move away from white. Maybe we don't. But I'm going to take this rare. We'll see how it works. I don't know that I've ever used it before. Okay. Well, we've got a River Herald's Boon. That's a thing. A Windstrider is also a thing. A little expensive. River Herald's Boon, I think, is a little bit better for us for those reasons. Still, all 3 uncommons. The uncommons are usually better in Ixalan than this, and we've been seeing some subpar ones. I mean, these 2 are great, but that's why we took them. But these are kind of, 4th pick, and there's still 3 uncommons in the pack. Kind of stinks. But I'm going to take this River Herald's Boon. Okay, there's a Jungle Delver, there's a Weaver, which is better, there's another River Herald's Boon, but I don't want to go too deep into that. I think I'll take the Water Trap Weaver here. I like that card quite a bit. I think it's better than Jungle Delver in a vacuum. They're both Merfolk, which is relevant. There's a Windstrider, but there's a Jade Guardian. Jade Guardian is better. Lower drop, I mean, there's Shining Aerosaur, Sailor of Means as well. I think I'll take the Jade Guardian here. Sticking with Merfolk seems like a sweet idea, following River Herald's Boon, Deeproot Champion, etc. So, I was just about to say we haven't seen a ton of good white, but we do have this Paladin here. I'm not a huge... I mean, Raiders Wake, we're not in black at all. If we're trying to stick... I think that I like Siren Lookout about as much as Paladin, considering that this is a flyer, it's got evasion... It's 3 mana and it explores, as opposed to 4 mana, 3/2 makes another creature, and Shining Aerosaur is also really good, but I think if we're moving away from white, because that's kind of what it looks like we're doing, then Siren Lookout's the better choice for us here. Wow. Okay, sure. It's better than... I mean, Depths is fine, but I'm sure we'll get more of those. I don't think we're going to be getting another Kapala. So yeah, let's take that. That helps. It's definitely relevant. We might side it out. Yeah, see, 2 of our uncommons came back. The 2 that we didn't pick, because we took the Rallying Roar. So yeah, that's what I'm that's what I'm talking about bad uncommons. I guess here we take Dive Down. It's kind of the only relevant thing for us. Direfleet Hoarder's not bad, but once again, we're not in black, so I don't know that I play Dive Down though. I'll get rid of that. Pirate's Prize is just fine. 4 mana to draw 2 cards, and you get a treasure. It might be a little slow depending on what we're trying to do, but I'll take it. We're towards the end of the pack, but we're still getting... I was just going to say, we're still getting somewhat relevant stuff, but not really anymore. Let's go with the Unknown Shores, I guess, if we want to, like, really want to splash that badly. Windstrider is just fine. Flyers at 5. Hey, Sailor of Means, why not? Again, might be too slow. We'll see how we draft, or what cards we get, how we open. We have 2 rare merfolk so far. That's cool. A 2-drop and a 3-drop also. Ooh, another Sailor of Means. All right. Well, if we're not ramping into anything more than these 5-drops, we'll probably take the Sailors out, but who knows? I apologize if you've been watching stuff on our channel. I'm a little under the weather, so if I'm coughing or clearing my throat a little, I apologize. I'm fighting through it. We got stuff to do. Let's see what our second to last pick or our last pick is out of this pack. Probably nothing, although we just got 2 Sailor of Means in a row. Yep, just a land. Okay. All right, let's see how we open in pack 2. Something good, something helpful. I guess we can get rid of this Rallying Roar while we wait. We're pretty heavy blue, light green. Very, very light green. So we could theoretically move into a second color that's not green if we see something insane, but I don't exactly know what that might be. Yeah, this is not what I was talking about at all. See, this card's good, right? I like Wild Growth Walker, but so far, what do we have for Explore? 1? It's kind of a shame. If we get more, that's great, but I don't necessarily want to move in on that when there's a Stormfleet Spy and a Pounce. I think Pounce is great here, although we're not really trying to beat down. This is much more for dinos. I guess I'll take the Stormfleet Spy. It's a 3-drop and it draws us a card if we've attacked, which we're going to be trying to do all the time. Hopefully the Boon comes back out of that pack, although I doubt it. But there's also the Pirate's Prize. There's another Stormfleet Spy. There's a Shaper Apprentice. Another Wild Growth Walker. This is pretty good for us. There's another Advances Blasting Cannons. Not for us, but it's a thing. Between the Shaper Apprentice and the Wild Growth Walker, in this case, the Shaper Apprentice is better. We've got tons of Merfolk, and we don't have a ton of Explorer yet, if we are going to have it at all. So I'll take the Shaper Apprentice even over the other Stormfleet Spy. Old Growth Dryads is a no. This one kind of dried up a little. There's Emissary of Sunrise, which I like, but I don't think we're splashing white. I don't think there's a need. I'll take this Run Aground and not be super happy about it. It's a removal spell. Lookouts Dispersal, 1 with the Wind. 1 with the Wind on Jade Guardian is a fantastic combo. Otherwise, it's just okay if we're playing against a blue deck that has bounce. We can side it out, but I think I'm going to take it here. Ravenous Daggertooth is fine. Lookouts Dispersal is okay, but we don't have a ton of pirates because we're probably not playing these sailors. Cancel is cancel, and New Horizons we're not really ramping, so Arguel's Bloodfast is not in our colors, but is an okay card as well. But I'm going to take 1 with the Wind. We're seeing some good stuff going around, though. The Steadfast Armosaur, I think was what that card was, and Vicious Conquistador. Those are fine cards. I don't know what people are taking over that, but let's take out these sailors for now. We can always put them back in if we want. There's also this Pirate's Prize and the Run Aground that we can consider getting rid of later, but they are non-creature spells, which is something we have to be aware of for Deeproot Champion. Although I'm not necessarily going all in on this Deeproot Champion by any means. But it's a Merfolk. It's somewhat relevant. 1 with the Wind counts as well for that. Okay. A foil Drowned Catacomb, which is not nothing, but there's also other things in here for us. Deadeye Quartermaster is not one of those things, despite it being an on-color uncommon, nor Slice in Twain. I guess be another Pirate's Prize or a Colossal Dreadmaw, or I could just take this for my binder and for value. I don't know. I guess I'll take the foil land. I don't know that it's worth anything, to be completely honest, but nothing in this pack is like, oh my god, I have to have another Pirate's Prize or this big 6-drop that I don't even want to be getting to cast. So I'm just going to take this foil rare. It might be something it likely won't be. Yeah, there's this Blinding Fog. There's a Storm Sculptor. I'll take a Storm Sculptor. There are cards that have Enter the Battlefield effects. If we had an Explore creature that found a land and didn't get the counter, Storm Sculptor is really good for that. There's also the Shipwreck Looter, but I think Storm Sculptor is better for us. Okay, and we get the Shipwreck Looter anyway. I can't believe the Sky Marcher is still in this pack, but that's fine. I'll take the Looter and be pretty happy about it too. Oh, look, a Mythic. I'm going to take this 1-drop common creature instead. There's a foil uncommon and an uncommon and a Mythic still in this pack. I mean, it gives you an idea of how bad these cards are, but still. And the fact that I'm taking this 1-drop over them. There's the other Pirate's Prize. So yeah, now I definitely don't feel bad about picking the land. Another Windstrider over a Shorekeeper is fine. I don't know that I play them all, but we'll see. Ugh, nothing. Take the foil land. We're not splashing, so just foil black mana producers. Well, it's either a hard counter for double blue or a counter for... fine. Lookouts Dispersal it is. I'd probably take it out. Newsflash, Joe, this guy, me, not a fan of counters. Not a fan of people using them. I'm not a fan of using them myself. In limited, at least. It's just not my thing. You can tell me I'm wrong, and that's totally fine. I don't really enjoy it. Plus, that's not what this deck wants to be doing. We want to be faster than that. Speaking of counterspells. I'll take this just in case. In case we come across... in case we come across something that is scary. Okay. There's a Deep Root Waters. That's a thing. Perilous Voyage is also a thing, but... it's... the Scry 2 is a little limited. I think Deep Root Waters is going to be better. With the number of merfolk that we have, because we do have quite a number of them, I think this could do really well for us. So I'm going to take that. It's a pretty sweet uncommon to have opened. We have 19 cards so far. Depending on how this pack treats us, we're probably going to have to make some cuts, which is fine. Maybe take out a Pirate's Prize. We'll see how the deck does. Let's move around my sideboard a little bit here. Wow. Wow. I think I'm going to take the Kumena's Speaker, to be honest, over the Deep Root Waters. Hopefully, because I've been taking merfolk so aggressively, this Deep Root Waters comes back. But I'm going to take this Kumena's Speaker because you don't have to be playing mono merfolk for this to work. And this is really good for us. So I'm going to take it. We don't have a lot of /any bounce. Like, we have Run Aground. But there's another Rallying Roar, which we're not taking. And there's a Pious Interdiction as well. There's a third Windstrider or a Colossal Dreadmaw. Wow. Really, I mean, mono 5-drop flyers is totally a thing that we've done before. Or we could take this 6/6 Trample for 6. Wow. That's a kind of a tough choice for me. We just have so many 5s. I guess I'll... green is like 100% our splash. So even though it's double green, I think I'm going to go with the Windstrider. If they're anti-flyers, we're kind of screwed, I guess. But... okay. So we don't really have a ton of artifacts. Otherwise, this would be nice. We do have the Drowned Catacomb as a thing that we could use to try to play this guy. I guess Pirate's Prize gives us treasure. So does Sailor of Means. So maybe we go in? It's not a terrible idea. I don't think we're... Unfortunately, I don't think we're aggressive enough to be able to kill them that quickly. So maybe we go in on this a little bit. Maybe I'm being a little aggressive here, but... Alright, so between these two... I think it's Kumena's Speaker. It's a merfolk. It is a good one-drop. Speed is still important. Emperor's Vanguard's fine, and it's a rare in our colors, but it has to be able to get in, and unless we put one with the wind on it, which we only have one of, it's just probably going to be blocked so that it doesn't get to explore a bunch. There's another Jade Guardian, another Run Aground, another Storm Sculptor, or another Wind Strider. I'm taking the Jade Guardian. There's another one with the wind. Over a Headwater Sentries, yes. Again, we have 2 Jade Guardians now. If we put a one with the wind on something and it gets bounced, that kind of sucks, but I think it's a risk we can take. And Ravenous Daggertooth isn't bad, but I think we've got enough going on. We're coming close to where the Deep Root Waters might be coming back. I'm going to definitely take this Siren Lookout. It's the only thing in here. We probably don't play it, but there we are. There's a Depths and a Pirate's Prize. I think I'll take Depths for... It's not really removal, but for tempo reasons. It's the only thing in our colors, but we're definitely not playing it. Did I not? There we go. Okay, so no Deep Root Waters. We got the Spike-tailed Ceratops as well. That can go on the side. That's good if we end up going late game and have to have a bunch of blockers up. Huh. I think it comes out only because we have so much going on. If we notice that we need a better plan, if we're kind of getting our butts kicked, we can try it. But I think because we have Depths, we can get rid of Run Aground. We need to do 2 more cuts. 1 Wind Strider would be okay. Obviously, I know there's more cards coming up, but 1, it's taking forever, and 2, it's probably nothing insane. There's like 3 cards left that are coming to us. Yeah, see, like actual nothing, because I'm definitely not playing this card. Also not playing this one. Or, well, I have to play these. Okay, so we're going to sideboarding. We literally have to cut 1 card. Let's see what our split looks like here for creatures and non-creatures. I think it's interesting. I think we've got a nice curve. I mean, our 5s are great. We've got double Pirate's Prize, which could be good. I mean, it allows us to draw 2 cards and then we get a treasure, so we can use that treasure to try to cast more lower drop spells if we have to. I don't know how well Deep Root Champion's going to go with, 7 non-creature spells? But it's also just a merfolk, and to go along with our other merfolk, I mean, Jade Guardian can pump it up. It matters for, not for Water Trap Weaver. What am I looking at? Oh, it's over here. Silly me. Deep Root Waters cares about it as well, so... And these guys have hexproof, which is also relevant because the reason that Jade Guardian is really good to put a 1 with the wind on is because it also has hexproof. So 1 with the wind could do some really good things for us. Just have like a million flyers on the field between the Wind Striders, the Air Elementals, and then anything that we put 1 with the wind on, especially any of our multitude of hexproof guys, I think would be really good. I think the interesting thing is I think you could argue with card draw in Stormfleet Spy and in Pirate's Prize. I think I could argue for 16 land in this deck. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to try 16 land. Like I said, we've got a lot of card draw. These 2 make treasures for us. Let's see how it works. I don't know. We shall see. Green is definitely our splash with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green mana symbols, but they're also our only 1-drops, which is a little awkward. So I think I'll do... This is going to tell me to go way drastic with it, which I'm not going to do at all. I'm going to do... Yeah, 9-7. 9-7 is the split for me, so that I still can hit my 1-drops, hopefully. I think it has potential to screw me over, like big time, but I think we'll see. Guys, I'm going to save this deck, and I'll be back with round 1 in just a second. All right, so we're back for round one. Let's see how the deck does. They're playing first. We... Wow. We have green for our 1-drop, but we don't have anything to follow it up with if we don't draw a land. Or I should say an island specifically. That is really, really awkward. Wow, that sucks. If we draw an island, we're set. I mean, the game just goes super well for us, so I think I'm going to risk it. It's a huge risk, and I know it is, but still, we shall see. Okay, they are part green. They could be Dino, they could be Merfolk. We drew another forest. We still technically have another turn. I just need to see an island right here. That's it. Okay, so they are, at least in Dino colors, they have a Wild Growth Walker. We did not take those. Kind of on purpose, to be fair, but... Okay, so that's a problem, and we can't attack now because they have a 1/3 out. So, we pass. We haven't just definitively lost. I think even with another blue, we can get ourselves there, but... Okay, a New Horizons for, I guess, ramp purposes. And or if they're splashing a color. I was going to say I'd attack here, yeah. Yep, no blocks from me. So I was originally upset when I saw this thing. This little alert symbol that says that we are passing or yielding. But because I thought our opponent could see that, and that made me annoyed because that could affect their playstyle. But it's only for us, because there have been times where I've played where our opponent has been yielding, and there was no little symbol for them as well, which makes perfect sense. I appreciate that. But when I first saw it, I freaked out a little bit, because I was like, I don't think that's cool that you're just showing them that, because then they know, oh, good. All right. So for 3 mana, we can play the Water Trap Weaver, keeping this guy locked down and attack for 2 and still have a 2/2 as a blocker. I don't think that's amazing, but I don't think it's terrible either, to be honest. Yeah, they're tapped out. Otherwise, I'd go back and attack first, because this is already tapped, but they're tapped out. They literally can't have anything that I'm aware of. So, okay. And so we attack. And now we're all tied up at 18, which is not bad. And I will be done after that. Okay. That took too long. I had to cut some of it out. Plus, I had a little coughing fit. So, sorry about that. Now they are playing a Grazing Whiptail. Okay, well, it has reach, so that's a problem with 1 with the wind, but if we bounce it with Depths of... they have a 1/1 menace, too. All right. Yeah, I mean, our flying strategy kind of gets owned by this Grazing Whiptail, which sucks, but that's fine. Okay, so we have Pirate's Prize, which is something that we could play, but I'd really rather not. We have Depths of Desire, which we can use to bounce this and attack with these 2, because they're not going to block. Plus, I'm not going to leave these back to block this 1/1. They'll have a 2/4 next turn, but still. Okay. So we can... Yeah, we can Depths this guy, which means they'll have to waste their next turn unless they have another 1-drop. They'll have to waste their next turn replaying it if they want to. I know it's an instant, but still, I'm going to do it now because I want to attack. Okay, so let's attack. And then the nice thing is we can also either Shaper Apprentice or Shipwreck Looter. I don't... I'm going to Shaper Apprentice, I think. I don't necessarily want to get rid of anything in my hand. So that's why I don't want a Shipwreck Looter, because if we draw something else that we want, then we got to make annoying, tough decisions. So it's still not going to block. I mean, it is a flyer, so it kind of incentivizes them to replay that Whiptail, which is fine. I'd be okay with them doing that. Plus, the nice thing is putting this One with the Wind on either of these makes them big enough that we don't care about the Whiptail if it's their only blocker for flyers. So, yep, that's fine. I assume they attack with both of these, but I could be wrong. They just straight up don't attack. Okay. We draw a Jade Guardian. That's a good card. That's a very, very good card. Okay, so the interesting thing is, if we play the Jade Guardian and make it a 5/5 flyer with One with the Wind, then we have to kind of wait a turn to do that, which is fine, I think. We just saw them not attack with these two, and if they attack with the Grazing Whiptail, then we get in with this regardless the turn after. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll play Jade Guardian and put the counter on itself. It has hexproof. I'm not concerned about it being targeted with anything. Okay. So it's a 3/3, but One with the Wind will make it a 5/5, and that'll be it. I'm not attacking into a 2/4 and a 3/4. That doesn't make too much sense. But yeah, next turn we can, even if we don't draw a land, we can One with the Wind and Shipwreck Looter. Or if we want to risk it, we could Pirate's Prize, use the treasure and the land that we hopefully draw to then play one of these as well. Probably One with the Wind. Okay, so they played the Ravenous Daggertooth, which I don't care about. All right. They've waited a long time in attacks before, but okay, interesting. It's a okay, so they just don't attack at all. Well, we drew a land. Okay, so we can play Pirate's Prize, draw 2 cards, play One with the Wind, and attack for 5 that they could block if they want, and we just have to hope that they don't have something in their hand to, like, pump the Grazing Whiptail at all. I'm going to try it. Let's see what we get. A Siren Lookout and a Forest. Okay, not bad at all. Let's make green. It doesn't really matter. And blue. And let's put One with the Wind on this guy. Okay. Then we can attack for 5 in the air. Hopefully. They sent me a message. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Well, they're at 9. That's cool. That's a thing. All right. They have gone to combat. Interesting. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I just block here, right? I block their 2/4 with these two. Hey, look. One or more settings that could affect battery life. Thanks, Windows 10. Appreciate you. Yeah, let's do that. Like, if they kill one of them, well, obviously they're going to kill one of them. I don't necessarily care if they have pump of some kind. That's fine as well. They have Verdant Rebirth. Okay. So it's going to go back to their hand. Okay, so it's going to be smaller. It'll be back to a 1/3 again. Okay. Well, we drew a land. What is happening? Okay. I don't understand what's going on at all with our opponent right now, but that's fine. I'm going to attack for 5 again. Actually, now I can attack for 7. Sorry, my mistake. I won't attack for lethal. I won't get greedy because they would clearly just block and then gain life. So I'm going to attack with the flyers. And then I can Shipwreck Looter for this land and Siren Lookout. Oh, they're playing something. White. For Settle the Wreckage. Okay, so they're exiling our cards and we get lands. So that's fine with the Shipwreck Looter. Okay. That's totally fine. We can get one of those and one of those. It thins out our library. That's nice. Okay, we're in our second main phase. Let's do the looter first, I guess, to then see if we want to play what we draw instead. If it's going to ask, I would like to use the ability. Yes. It's a 1 with the wind. Very nice. And I'll discard this land. Okay, so now we can play the Siren Lookout and keep 1 with the wind for next turn to jump something into the air and hopefully allow us to have lethal damage. Oh, well, it wouldn't be lethal. Whoa. That can definitely stay on top. Hell yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's our turn. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, they play the Wild Growth Walker back. That's fine. They have 3 cards in hand. We'll remember that wow, yeah, speaking is a thing. We will remember that they have Settle the Wreckage. I tried to say all those words at the same time. For next game. Whether we win or lose this one, to be honest, we'll remember that. But let's see what they do. They're playing something. They're playing a Jungle Delver. Okay. It's a 1/1 that can be pumped to be bigger than a 1/1. All right, so they're trying to gain life. I'd rather they didn't, so I'm going to let it through because they know that we have a 4/4 flyer coming next turn. What they don't know is that we also have 1 with the wind, and we're going to be able to do both. So, yeah. Okay, so the problem is right now the Whiptail can kill the Siren Lookout. If we give 1 with the wind to either of the... Oh, not either. If we give it to the Water Trap Weaver, it can get in as well. So let's... They have 1 red open and 1 card in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they need 2 more for this. Okay, so that's good. Plus, our flyers will be 4/4s, so that's not a huge deal, although they could do it on our turn. But let's do 1 with the wind first on the Water Trap Weaver. Then we can go to combat, and then we can play our Air Elemental after the fact. Eventually, they're going to block with the Whiptail, which means I'll be able to get in with the Lookout afterwards. Now is not that time, it looks like. Okay, so then we can play the Air Elemental as well, and that'll be it. Okay. We have this Shipwreck Looter if we have to block something. They have 2 Wild Growth Walkers? Did I miss? I guess I missed when they played the second one. Okay. If that's all they're attacking with, I think I'm okay with taking 3. I'm going to be attacking with 8 in the air, and they're going to block... Actually, I can attack with all 3 of the flyers right now. Unless they have another Settle the Wreckage. Oh. Okay. So they Fire Cannon blasted to kill our Air Elemental. And then they put a counter on this guy. We drew a land, which is unfortunate, but it happens. If we attack with both of these, they just block this guy, take 4 and go to 1. So I think we just attack with this guy. And then if they want to kill their Whiptail, that's fine. Let's do that. Thankfully, we had 2 4/4 flyers. Do they not know they can block with this? Or they they genuinely might not know that they can block with this reach creature. Sometimes you just forget what the abilities do. But I feel like for blocking, it might highlight it during the block. I have no idea. They might be doing it strategically, right? 1 is not 0. They might feel like they want to just swing in now with everything. Which They would need one more land to be able to do their Fire Shrine Keeper's ability. But they could do that post-combat, or play the land post-combat, I should say. Yeah, so they're just swinging out with everybody, like I predicted. The largest damage is coming from the Whiptail and the Daggertooth, but if I block the Daggertooth, so let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but they can put counters, so actually I'm going to have to block here with the flyer, so that's fine. So we're gonna use the Shipwreck Looter to block this guy, and we're gonna use the Siren Lookout to block this guy. What did I say? 3, 4, 5, 6? Sure. So I go to 3. If they have some kind of a burn spell as the last card in their hand, then they got it, but they didn't even... Okay. Okay, well, hey. Congrats. Okay, so game 2, I think that we still have this. Interestingly, I think that was just fine. We didn't see like Kapala, which is relevant, because they would have had to pay more mana to be able to use their burn spells on our creatures. The Settle the Wreckage was a big play, so we'll have to be aware of that as well and try to maybe only attack with one creature per turn if they have the mana up for it. Although it seemed to be a big splash for them. They had no planes whatsoever. So there were no enchantments that I cared about. Windstratter I don't think needs to go in for anything. Run Aground, same thing. Sailors, no. I mean, there's an argument for Lookout's Dispersal, and I didn't take the other one. So yeah, Lookout's Dispersal for a Settle the Wreckage type of a card, because then they have to pay 8 for it. But I think we just have to play around it and not waste a card. Let's see. That Lightning Strike was really nice on their part, of course, because I wasn't super happy about it. But when they swung out, you kind of had to suspect they had something, because the blocks on my part were really obvious. And especially then when they didn't at least pump their Jungle Delver to make it a 3/3 to kill my flyer, that's when I knew something might have been up, or was probably up. They're, as usual, taking a long time to think about stuff, which is, I apologize for the groaning. It's totally fine. They have that time for sideboarding. I would be curious what they're putting in, obviously. Wow. Okay, well, we can at least play 3 creatures this time. We'll just need a blue eventually. So I'll keep it. I'll probably do Command Speaker first, Jungle Delver next, so that we have the 2/2 to attack with. So let's do that and then be done. It's okay. I was like, it's not something you can respond to, so I guess I could play Champion as well. Whoops. Yeah, Champion's also another Merfolk, does the same thing for us, so why not? Deeproot Champion comes down, it's another Merfolk, it makes this a 2/2, and we attack for 2. Okay. Okay, very good. Good quick start, I like it. I like it a lot. They play an Ixali's Keeper. They like these, the tap 8 and have some kind of an effect cards. Well, that's upsetting. I guess we can... Yeah, we'll just play the Jungle Delver and pass. It's unfortunate. We would like some blue. But we don't have it yet. Okay, so they have New Horizons again. That's fine. Let's see if they attack. I'd be interested. It's a 3/3. Okay, and we draw a Storm Sculptor as well. That's also upsetting. So we just pass again. That sucks. That really sucks. That's 2 games in a row where we're short on blue. I understand that we have 9 blue and 7 green, but 2 games in a row of 2 green is an annoying statistic. Thankfully, in the first game, we got blue pretty quickly after the fact, but okay. So they play a Fire Shrine Keeper and a Thrash of Raptors. They definitely have some beef on the board. It's a 3/3. I think I can take 3 here. Oh my god. Okay. Really? Alright, so they have another 3/3, which means we still really can't attack. So we just have to pass again with no land. They have mono green as well, but they have 6 available mana. And obviously, with the New Horizons, it could be any color. Yep. I don't know why you wouldn't have attacked with the Thrash as well, but that's fine, I guess. Okay. Hey! Look at that. A blue land. Okay. So we can... We can do something like One with the Wind on Deeproot Champion, which would make it a 4/4 flyer, and then if we played like Deeproot Waters later, it would make it larger. But that's more of a race type of a scenario, which I guess is okay, especially if we're going to start making little guys with this. That's interesting. Yeah. Oops. I'm going to try that. Let's see how this works. They're going to burn it first. Great. Yeah, Kapala would be really nice here. That's why One with the Wind's not good, because you can get 2 for 1. And if you're already behind, it's like the worst. So now we just have to pass. Nope, still pass. It's unfortunate. It happens. Let's see. I guess if we draw a land next turn, there's an argument for Pirate's Prize, but it's still probably just Water Trap Weaver to tap something down and just let us live for another turn. And it would probably be the Thrash. Oh, they don't... I'm sorry. I always mix up that this is another dinosaur. But still, if they're attacking with this 3/3, there's no reason for them not to attack with this one. Although I guess they're waiting for it to become a Trampler, or for them to play this big, stupid monster. Great. Okay. Alright, so this is going to get... I mean, it's been going poorly, but it's going to get much worse, much faster for us. Yep. If we take 9, we go to 5, and we just lose next turn. But if we block, we can Water Trap Weaver to tap that down and have a blocker for this and take another 6. Ugh. Alright. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is double block this 3/3 before they pop this thing off and make our lives that much worse. So let's do that. We'll take 6. We'll play the Water Trap Weaver, tap down the 5/5, take another 6 or 7, and still go to 2 or 1. And then if they have another Lightning Strike or Fire Cannon Blast or whatever, then we just lose outright. But with this hand, we're not doing much anyway. Even if we draw a land, we only have Pirate's Prize or Storm Sculptor as new options. So, not really enough. Okay, that took a while as well. Like I said, I don't really know what's going on. But that's fine. They ordered the blockers. Now they're still holding priority for some reason. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, that was so torturous. We still have to wait for them to end their turn. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, the only option that we have is what we've said already. Water Trap Weaver. The ability goes off. We tap this guy down, we say okay, and we pass our turn. That's literally all we can do. That's all we are doing, and we're done. If they have some kind of a burn spell, then we lose. Otherwise, on board, we go to 1. Hierophant's Chalice. Okay, great. They did it. Okay. So we get to concede, and they win. Oh my god. I'm honestly genuinely just happy to be out of the match because of how long that was taking, but it was also kind of a shame how that last game worked out, because at least game 1 was close. We were a turn away from winning when they killed us with Lightning Strike. But still, I will be back in a second with round 2. Alright, let's see if round 2 can be a little bit better for us. Okay. This is an interesting opening hand. No 1-drops or 2-drops, but we have 3 land, so there are worse things. We've seen worse, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Our opponent is going first. They're part black. All right, we have a Jade Guardian as well. Interesting. Let's play the Forest. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So they didn't have any plays either, and we still haven't drawn a 1 or a 2-drop, so we also have to pass, which sucks. Okay. They also have a Wild Growth Walker, which I'm assuming they just drew since they just played it for 2, unless they just forgot. And now we also just drew our 2-drop, which is silly. All right, so let's go with a Siren Lookout this turn. We can, I guess, do Jade Guardian next turn. Let's see what we explore, obviously. A Storm Sculptor. Huh. Yeah, I guess we keep it on top. All right. And that's it for us. The thing is, it would be really nice to use Storm Sculptor on Jade Guardian after it's put a counter on something else, like a Water Trap Weaver or a Deeproot Champion. Because then we can bounce the Jade Guardian and then replay Jade Guardian and put another counter on something. Obviously, none of those things that I just mentioned trigger the Deeproot Champion's ability, but putting counters on things is still relevant. What is happening? Why are we seeing the same deck? Like, this is the same thing that happened in game 1, except this is black and not red. Sure, I take 2. Okay. Okay, so the Direfleet Hoarder is here. Fine. I will play a land. I guess I could... If I Weaver, I can... I could also Pirate's Prize. Let's attack first. They don't have anything, obviously, but let's just do it anyway. All right. So I think what we do is let's play out the Guardian, put the counter on itself so we can effectively use our mana, and then we can bounce the Water Trap Weaver with the Storm Sculptor later. Okay. That's it. Because if we draw 1 with the Wind, we can, well, we won't have a 5th land, but we could do 1 with the Wind and Water Trap Weaver, or 1 with the Wind Deeproot Champion, I guess, in this case. Or vice versa, so the trigger goes off. Ixali's Diviner, so they have an 0/3 that can explore. Okay. I mean, if it gets the counter, it can block our 3/3, but we don't want it to be in the air. Plus, the Explorer lets their Wild Growth Walker get bigger. Yep. I have nothing, so I'm just gonna... All right, so they have a 3/5 and a 1/4. What entered the revealed card zone? I have no blocks. The Lurking Chupacabra, so they are very much in the Explore deck. That's totally a thing that they're doing. Okay. Are they playing anything else? Yeah, One with the Wind would actually be really nice here. Deep Root Champion, One with the Wind, and then the Deep Root Champion's a 2/2, and we have a 5/5 flyer hexproof creature. Okay, so they put Mark of the Vampire on this guy. So now it's a 3/6 lifelink. Jesus. Okay, well, we can tap it down. That's sure something that we could do. Maybe we shall. And then we can actually swing in with everything. Besides the Weaver, of course. Yep. Okay. Great. And we're done. Deep Root Waters would have been nice, but I'd much rather be doing these things. It's more important right now. And if we draw another land, it's probably just Air Elemental as opposed to anything else. Yep. 5 damage happens. I go to 8. And then they play the Lurking Chupacabra. Makes sense. Okay. So, we don't have any One with the Winds, which is problematic. We can still attack for 3 with the Jade Guardian, because if they block, that's good for us. What we can't really do then is Storm Sculptor the Weaver and then replay the Weaver on this lifelink guy. We would just have to play the Air Elemental and just kind of leave it there. So, but that's fine. Let's do that. Let's attack with the Flyer and the Jade Guardian. If they have something, the last card in their hand for 2 green that can kill our Jade Guardian by pumping this, then that's fine. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. So they go to 11, and then we have our Air Elemental as backup, which, if they don't play something that explores, we can really block either of these that are dealing 3 damage, which would be nice, because, I mean, they're going to gain the 3 life regardless, and if they have something that explores, they're going to gain 6 life, which sucks for us, but still. Okay. Okay. So that's totally fine. I'm okay with taking 3. I'm not okay with taking 6. It would just suck if this guy died, because what do we have? 6 in the air, which is not enough to kill them, but in 2 turns it is. But I'm going to block this guy, so that if they pump, because if they pump this, they gain life, whereas if they pump this, they don't. Or gain more life, I should say. Yep, they're playing something. It's a River Herald's Boon. Okay, so they put a +1/+1 counter on that guy. That's all they needed, but still, that's fine. And they end their turn. Okay. All right, so we have a 6th land. We can do Deep Root Champion Pirate's Prize, but that's not really good enough. The other thing that we could do is we still can't Storm Sculptor and Water Trap Weaver in the same turn, which sucks. But we could do Deep Root Champion, bounce it with Storm Sculptor, but that's probably also not good enough. We're just at 5, which means that, like, all of these guys need to be back as blockers. Interesting. So yeah, let's Pirate's Prize. We'll have 3 left over. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's kind of our deck giving us the middle finger, and or telling us that we were supposed to lose this game. So we have 3 mana left. We can either play Deep Root Waters, which does nothing, or play Deep Root Champion, which at least is a blocker. I think that the conversation of giving them information is relevant, but at the same time, I think staying alive is also relevant. I can attack with the flyer, leave 3 blockers back. None of these guys have trample, so I'll at least do that. Get in some damage, see if that's relevant at all. We now have 1,000,000 land, so that's something. Okay. So let's see if they just have the thing that will let them win. No. And they're only attacking with those 2 again. Okay. So we're going to save the Weaver if we can, and we're going to block. It actually doesn't matter how we block. We block here and here like that. If we draw 1 with the wind, it feels kind of bad, but still. Okay. They play a Grazing Whiptail to block our flyers with, and we draw another land. Well, thankfully, we can do... Alright, so if we have 8, we can't do all 3, which sucks, because that would be 2 Merfolk spells with 2 more blockers. But we can Storm Sculptor, bouncing the Weaver, replay the Weaver, tap down... I don't know, the Wild Growth Walker, I guess, and then not attack and just pass and see what happens. Okay, so it's going to be... the Water Trap Weaver. Let's play a Water Trap Weaver. And we'll target... Yeah, the Walker does more damage. Right now I don't care about them gaining life as much, and we're not being aggressive, otherwise it would have been the Whiptail. So, now we're done. We can block their 3 biggest if they swing out. Take 4 and go to 1. Or they could play an Explore creature, kill one of our blockers, and they win. Okay. They're thinking about it. Alright. I misspoke. We would take 2. Yeah. We would take 2. Let's... From the Hoarder? I don't think the mana matters. So in fact, we can probably let our flyer live by blocking this way. We can block this way and this way. Because if the Weaver was going to die anyway, at least this way, these are our most effective blocks. Okay. They get a treasure, which I don't care about, because they have 1 card in hand and 1,000,000 land, plus fixing already. We drew another land, so we auto-lose? Yes, we do. Okay. So we concede the game. That 4 land in a row was a little rough, but I don't know what 4 cards in their place would have saved us, but still a little upsetting. Let's try... What else do we have? Not a lot. We could do Run Aground, but I don't think that was our biggest problem. So I think if we just send it back, let's see what we can do from here. Mark of the Vampire is relevant. I would love to play first. Alright, well, we have a turn 1 play. The Siren Lookout did work for us, so that's good, and Jade Guardian as well. But we also were pretty slow. If we can get to a quicker start, we might be in a little bit better of a position here. Alright. Hopefully they are as slow this game as they were last game. Good so far. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's attack first, just in case. Although I don't think that there's anything. I guess Skullduggery. Right? I think that's only 1 black. Still, let's do that. We are curving out, folks. Curving out. Yeah, this, in general, is starting off better than it did last time, although, who knows? Oh, they're playing a Queen's Bay Soldier. It's a 2/2. Well, thankfully, this Water Trap Weaver allows us to be a little bit more aggressive. Tap it down and swing in. And then we can Jade Guardian on itself, or the Weaver, or actually any of them. I don't... That's an interesting question. I don't know what the best choice would be there. Because this can get more counters. So can this. This can't. But this, if we draw one with the wind, is better. Interesting. Okay, they chose Elemental. Weird. Oh, okay. Okay, Wild Growth Walker, that's fine. They needed the green. Obviously. Ooh, okay. Well, we have a 4th land. If we draw a 5th, we have Air Elemental. For now, they have a 1/3. So we can... I guess... Do we just play Siren Lookout and take a turn off of attacking? They have a 1/3 now, which kind of sucks for us. I think that's what we do. Hopefully... Oh, we could explore that land for the Air Elemental, but I'd rather not. I'd rather explore something relevant. Nope, it's a land. Okay. Well, at least we know we have Air Elemental next turn, so that's fine. Now we don't feel so bad about not attacking. Although we do have a 1/2 flyer, but I guess now if we draw the Weaver, we can use that on the Siren Lookout, bounce it back, and try to give it a counter this time. Okay, they're playing another Wild Growth Walker. Makes sense, makes sense. And another Queen's Bay Soldier. It's looking a little obvious over there. All right, so yeah, so Jade Guardian +1 with the wind is a thing, but I think for now, Air Elemental is going to be the thing. So let's attack with the flyer first, because it's 1 damage, so why not? It might seem sad, but we do have this as a follow-up, which is nice. Okay. Now let's see how much more helpful that unclaimed territory is going to be for them now that they've played 2 Wild Growth Walkers. Wow. Okay. I was like, really? Another Elemental? Nope. A Dire Fleet Hoarder. It explores, which pumps those guys. Okay. Sweet deck. They put the Desperate Castaways in the graveyard because they don't have any artifacts. And they end their turn. Whoa, another Jade Guardian. Okay, so we attack first for 5. Okay. Now the thing is, the Jade Guardian should put the counter on itself. And then the cool thing is the second Jade Guardian can put the counter on the first one. And then it'll be a 6/6 flyer with 1 with the wind. Okay. Which is nice. And if we draw another land next turn, then we can do both of these at the same time. And that'd be cool. +1 with the wind does pump him. Just something to be aware of. I don't know that it's super relevant, but yeah. Okay. Kumena's Speaker. Okay, so we could do 1 with the wind, Kumena's Speaker, I guess. So let's do 1 with the wind first so that we can attack. Oh, sure. Okay. Okay. And then our flyers can swing in for 10. Nice. And then we play a 2/2 Kumena's Speaker and pass. This Jade Guardian could spread the love a little bit as well, just so that we're not putting all our eggs in that one Jade Guardian basket, although it's hexproof, so it's a little bit harder to deal with. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So, game 3, to me, really just means, like, we kind of went off, but I don't think that that was, like, the 1 in a million type of a scenario with this deck. I think that that was, like, hopefully more often what we're going to have happen. So, I'm going to run it back. They were a little screwed over by not getting the green that they needed, but we've seen that, so. All right. We have 2 land. We have the Deeproot Champion. It's a little crappy, but we both kept 7. Let's see how we do. They play the green very quickly. I don't blame them. We have a Jade Guardian as follow-up, and we already have one in our hand. That's a thing. That's fine. No 1-drop for us sucks, but that's life. Now they have Unclaimed Territory. They are choosing Vampire. That makes more sense. Queenspace Soldier, I assume? Right, that's 2. Yes, no? Yep. Perfect. Okay. We drew a 1 with the wind. All right, well, we can at least have a 1 with the winded 4/4 flying Deeproot Champion. That's a thing. Okay. They have all of their colors, which is totally fine. I will take 2 happily. I will not be blocking with my 1/1. And then they have a Wild Growth Walker. Not technically a surprise to us. Let's do this, because it's... I mean, we could have Shipwreck Looted, but we would have had to attack and sack our creature. So... because they would have probably snap blocked. All right. So, now we can attack for 4. Now, if they have Explore stuff, they'll be gaining 3 while we're dealing them 4, but overall, I think we win this race. That's our turn. Plus, once we start drawing land, we'll actually be doing more relevant things. But I think we have a little bit of a cushion, because now we can attack next turn, Shipwreck Looter. Okay, so they put in a Crushing Canopy. Interesting. All right. I wonder if they had that in their... Oh, no, it wouldn't have mattered if they had that in their hand last time, because they didn't have any green, except to play elemental spells with. And one of our flyers, at least, was hexproof. Come on. Really? Shipwreck Looter for no value? Awesome. Love it. All right. We're basically getting to the point where if we don't draw land, we lose. I think I have to block this 2/2. Fine. Just got to pray that we draw that land and tap down the Wild Growth Walker with the Weaver, or whatever they're playing here. The other Wild Growth Walker. Hey, we drew a land. All right. Well, we got our wish. Tap this guy down for no other reason than because he's the one that's untapped and it feels better. Because it doesn't matter. Either way, they're still the same creature. Okay, so if we don't draw land, we still can play nothing, unless that thing that we draw is 3 or less. Lurking Chupacabra, okay, makes sense. No attacks, also makes sense. Well, we drew something we could play for 3. There's no reason to attack. Even if we explore a land, I'm not upset. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we do have another Merfolk, so I guess I'm going to Ugh, God. I think it still has to go in the graveyard. We have enough other stuff going on, enough flyers, etc. But we need land real, real bad. But, like I said, no reason to attack with a 2-2 when they have a 2-3 out. So we're done. But we also now have a 2-3, and this one flies. So that's cool. That's something. We're definitely not dead yet. Okay, New Horizons. So they could still play something for 2 since they played it on an untapped land. And they put a counter on... I assume the Chupacabra at this point. Yep. Makes sense. Okay. And for 2, they play an Ixali's Diviner. Great. Great, great, great. So our Water Trap Weaver dies. And the Wild Growth Walkers both get bigger. That's a crazy turn for them. Crazy turn. Wow. They gain 6 life in the process. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not blocking a 3-4. I'll take it. That really sucks. Hey, a land. I'm glad I put that Shaper Apprentice in the graveyard now. Alright, so with 4 mana, we can make a 3-3, or we can draw 2 cards. I think we draw 2 cards. Do we just lose? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, we do not. Even if they play something that explores, that's only 10. So yeah. I say we draw cards, try our best to get our head above water with these guys. Holy crap. Okay. So we'll have 6 next turn, which is not enough to do 2 of anything. We're not attacking... What do we say? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Ugh. I really don't think we attack here. They're at 22. Like, it's not like that 2 damage bringing them back to 20 is going to be the difference between us winning and losing anytime soon. Which means that they're just going to swing out and we can... I guess we can block one of the Wild Growth Walkers. Save ourselves 2 damage and save our creature in the process. So we take 6 and go to 5. That's not terrible. Not terrible. Although if they play something that explores now, they can kill our creature. They don't. Okay. It is a 3-4 with reach, though. We drew a land. Like I said, we have 6. Like, bluffing this doesn't even help us, really, because we're at 5. Their biggest damage dealers are this, and then we just take 2, 4, 5. We can't play 2 things, so we have basically lost. But let's pass. Let's see if they get cocky and only attack with a couple of things so that we can flash in a Windstrider and try to get them. That's literally our only chance, is if they don't right-click and do that attack with all creatures button. If they do, we might as well just concede and Windstrider doesn't do anything for us because we still lose. Okay, so let's see what they do. Nope, they don't get cocky. Okay, so they win. Very good. All right, guys. Well, the last match doesn't matter, but we're going to play it anyway because that's what we're here for. I will be back with that match in just a second. All right. Well, we are in the bottom. It's not the finals. It's the losers bracket. Our opponent gets to decide whether they're playing first. It's a shame. We've kind of gone up and down recently with how we do, which is annoying, but this hand seems terrible. With how this deck's been drawing for us, real bad, but that's okay. We're going to try a Commander Speaker. Wow, a Blight Keeper. All right, well, turn 1 plays or turn 1 plays. Okay, because we also have a turn 1 play, but ours can't block flying. Okay. Desperate Castaways is a thing. Okay, sure. One is being taken. Great. So we play nothing. We attack with nothing. This seems to be a pattern with this deck, unfortunately. It's probably the land. You guys can let me know what you think if you haven't already in the comments down below. It might be the 16 land. I thought our curve was low enough. I mean, we've kind of been getting color screwed as well, so I don't necessarily know that it's the number. It very well could be the ratio, although again, with the mono green 1-drops, it's a little awkward to have that much less green, because while green is the splash, it's still not something that is, definitively affecting us. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you guys have the benefit of knowing how much more time is left in this video. Oh my god. And they're in the losers bracket too? Okay, well. Sure. I take 7 and go to 8. Okay. Well, I could block here and take 3 and go to 5. But I'm pretty sure there's still just no way we win. Let's just try to go to game 2. Like, what the hell? That was awful. That was absolute garbage. That was, I think, worse than the other game that we had, where we weren't getting the land that we needed. Obviously, I submitted the deck. It's fine. We're in the losers bracket. It's not like, I'm going to be fixing stuff now. Let's see what we can do. We have 2. We have 1 of each color. We got this Stormfleet Spy, which we literally haven't seen all day. We also haven't seen the other thing. I'm keeping. It's a bad hand, like a really bad hand. But any land is fine. Get the Siren Lookout followed by the Spy. We also haven't seen Kapala at all. The other rare that we pulled or opened. Or no, it was passed to us, I believe. But regardless, they get Blightkeeper again. That sucks. All right, so we have a third land, which is nice. Now they can see what our second color is. Yay. Wow. Okay, exact same plays for them. Sure. I don't know why you need me to click through for blocks like that. I had nothing to block with, and I had yielded. All right, let's explore. It's a land. Great. The one time I need it to not be a land, it's a land. Well, now we have 5, so we can get Windstriders eventually. They have a way of blocking a flyer, but it's not a way to kill it. So we can... They just didn't attack at all? Well, I guess they couldn't attack here. But, and these are both summoning 6, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, so let's attack. And then we can Stormfleet Spy and draw a card. I don't think they block. I mean, I know they left it back and didn't attack with it, but that's because we could have blocked. So there's no reason for them to block. And now we can Stormfleet Spy. And since our 1-drops are in green, I'll leave the 1 extra as a green, just in case we get lucky. We don't. We draw another land. Okay. Pass. It's so like our if you guys have been following the channel and watching these drafts, they are so cyclical for me. It's so weird. It's like I do really well and then I just draw a million land, and then I do really well and then I just draw a million land. It's so weird. I could have blocked. I chose not to. It was purposeful. All right. I have 5. I could attack with both of these and then have the Windstrider in as a block for their 2/3, and then attacking later. So I think I'll do that. They have 1 mana open technically, but Skullduggery doesn't kill either of these, which is nice. It would make this do 0 damage, but I think that's kind of a waste of a Skullduggery, to be honest. Okay. So yeah, that'll be it for this turn. Let's see what they do on their turn. They have to know we have something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess they could think that we're risking it because we'd only be going to 7 on board right now. And they only have 5, so they're not anywhere near this guy. Now 6, but still. Yeah, attack all out. Great. They could have a counterspell. They do have part blue, and they have 4 cards in hand, but I have to try. Sweet. It worked. Oh. Okay. Great. Well, guess what? Next turn, we're going to do the exact same thing. Or we could Deep Root Water's Water Trap Weaver and tap down their 2/3 since it's doing the most damage. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I almost did Water Trap Weaver first. You guys saw that. Okay. 1, 2, 3 for the Weaver. And we will use the Weaver to tap that guy. Which may mean that they just use it. But it could also mean that they don't. Who knows? Okay. Okay. So I think I can be a little bit more aggressive with my blocks. If they attack all out again, I can block here and here. And then make them make this Death Touch to kill this 2/2. Interesting. Okay. I mean, we can't block the flyer, but I'll block this guy and make them pay the mana. Sure. We'll trade. I take 1. Go to 6. Okay. They charted a course. It's a good card. They Siren Lookout as well. Opt. They put Opt into the... Well, it's on the top of their library. We have a 1 with the wind. Interesting. Okay, so we have 7 total. But with this 4, that would leave 3, but another 1 is 4. That's not enough for this. So I think what we do is we put... If we do 1 with the wind, we have enough for Windstrider still. So let's do 1 with the wind on the Stormfleet Spy. And then we can attack with... it. Oh, actually, I guess we can put it on this guy. Make him a 3/3 hexproof flyer. So yeah, that's fine. And then we'll have the Windstrider back to make another 1/1 as a blocker. And I'll only attack with the flyer this time. We'll have another 1/1 back as a flyer, plus this surprise 3/3, which if they have some kind of another removal like Dark Nourishment for it, that's fine, but 2 in a row seems much less likely than having just the 1. So... And then next turn, I mean, we'll only have 1 card in our hand to start before we draw. So even if we draw a land, we can Pirate's Prize. All right, so they're cracking their treasure to play a Charging Monstrosaur. Thankfully, I also have a creature to play in response, although that is very scary and dangerous. Let's see what they attack with, though. Just those 3. All right, I think we're good then. Our flyer can block their flyer, and then these 2 can block this guy, and we'll take 3 total. That's really good. This guy can't attack because they cracked their clue, and this is only 1. So... Sure, let's try it again. Oh, and we have this 1/1, so actually we can technically take no damage from this guy, but I think I'd rather kill this guy. Ooh, that's actually a really interesting question. It's 2 damage either way. So yeah, I don't mind. Okay, so that happens. Now we're into blockers. They played Perilous Voyage. Okay, so do we lose now? 2, 3, 4, 5, but then we take 4. So no, we don't lose. We do not lose. Okay, so they're still in declare attackers. Now we're in declare blockers. Let's block here, here, and here. We take 3 total and go to 3. Yep. Okay, what do we draw? A Shaper Apprentice. Well, it's more flyers, but that's not really what we need. We still have 7, so we still can't do both. We can do... Although I guess we would have to draw a land. I think we risk it because we're probably just going to lose anyway. So let's do... If we leave that back... They have 8 now, so they can just do this, and they win anyway. So, whatever. Let's just see what we would have drawn. Okay, so we did draw 1 land. That's a thing. And we now have 5 for the Windstrider, which we might as well just play now because they know we have it, and we're going to lose anyway because they can just crack their Blightkeeper. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they've won. Like, they won a while ago. Oh, I can just... I'm definitely not attacking. I need them back as blockers anyway, and I still lose because they just cracked this guy. Oh, okay, they don't crack that guy. They'll put it on the Desperate Castaways or on the Flyer. It really doesn't matter. This is a moot point at this juncture, but still... Wow. They're re-equipping it? Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, they had it a while ago. Anyway, so guys, guess what? That was the end. We lost a lot. That has not happened in a while, I promise. If you watch some of our other games, like I said, it's been a little up and down for me, which is unfortunate. See? Look at how awesome I am. Look at how many trophies I have. Ignore these numbers over here. That's nothing. Don't look those. Those aren't a thing. Look, I have 2. I totally have done that. Anyway, that was a little bit of a shame, but it's fine. Let me know what you thought of the land choice, of the card choices, the draft, etc. Did I get unlucky? Was I bad at playing? I'm okay with any and all comments. I've been Joe. This has been Geek for All. Please feel free to subscribe. You'll find out when more of these videos come out. We have drafts every Saturday. We have product openings at Paper Magic every Monday. And we have story reviews with my fiance Amy and I every Thursday. So you can click on our logo to subscribe and find out when all those videos come out. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.